Guidance counselors in the United States in high schools have, on average, a caseload of 232 students. This translates to approximately 38 minutes of one-on-one advising per student per year, including 11th and 12th graders who are making significant decisions about their secondary pathways. The Backrs platform is designed to help students make informed decisions about hinge moments, or those decisions throughout the course of a young adult's life that have a disproportionate impact on their future trajectories. One of those decisions is post-secondary pathways, where to go, what to study, and how it's connected to a student's longer-term aspirations. I'm going to walk you through a couple examples for how Backrs can support Anthony, a high school student in Ohio, to make a decision around where to go for his post-secondary pathway. So you'll notice here that there is a button here called the college shortlist. Now, Anthony has heard that he needs to create a college shortlist. He knows he should have, in general, a couple safe schools, a couple target schools, and a couple reach schools. But he's largely on his own and doesn't have a ton of places to turn to build this shortlist. Well, on Backrs, he can do that. It's going to prompt him to answer a number of questions about the type of school and environment he's interested in, what he thinks he might be interested in studying, as well as getting more detailed information on both his academic profile, as well as his extracurricular profile, as well as other related elements about his life. So for the purpose of our time, I'm going to skip ahead here, and I want to share with you what it looks like here once he has his completed college shortlist. So you'll notice on the left-hand side, he's answered these series of questions, which is also showing up here on the top. Now down here on the bottom right, based on his academic profile, as well as his extracurricular profile, you'll notice that Backrs is sharing back with him about 5 or 6 safe schools, 6 or so schools that would be considered target, as well as a number of schools that would be considered his reach schools. Underneath each of these, there is a short write-up about these particular schools and what students generally consider to be the highlights of those institutions, as well as things to consider. Now, he also has the opportunity here to connect with other students and professionals who either attend those schools, are alumni of those schools, or who have aspirations of attending those schools. And also, he has the opportunity to identify resources that can be helpful for him as he navigates the college application process. Now, in taking a quick look at this list, Anthony is interested in Kent State as well as Towson. So the next thing that he's going to want to do is dig in more to these schools and better understand what they have to offer and if he's going to be a good fit. So one of the key ways that he can do that is coming right down here to Explore Universities, and he's going to type in Kent State. Now, when he pulls up Kent State, the first thing that he's going to notice on the left-hand side is that it's going to provide an overview for him. So what's the scoop? What's the school known for? What's the vibe check? What's the opportunities and networks? What are some other kind of high-level details? And then it's going to share with him who gets into the school. What's the acceptance rate, the average ACT score, GPA, what type of extracurricular involvement or high school coursework rigor is necessary. And then we're going to help Anthony make a decision around the return on investment of this particular school. So if he is not too familiar yet with ROI, he can better understand, what does this mean? How should I think about what the ROI of different institutions are? And so he can identify what's the difference between a very good ROI for a school 10 to 20 years after graduation is in comparison to a good ROI and also for a low or negative ROI. So you can see here that it looks like Kent State has a good ROI. Now on the right-hand side, everything in the Backrs platform is customized and personalized to Anthony. So when Anthony clicks on, is this school a good fit for me? What our system is going to do is, based on Anthony's profile and aspirations, it's going to share back with him why this particular institution both is and is not a good fit for him. So Anthony is a young man who's interested in engineering or applied sciences, and it appears as though Kent State has a particular focus on that. It's also, Anthony indicated that he's interested in going to school or considering schools that are close by. So it's strong, close proximity to his home. And then it looks like there's lots of programs in particular for mechanical and aerospace engineering. But there's also a couple key reasons why it might not be a good fit for him. So if Anthony's sitting next to a classmate who's going to this exact same institution, and they click that same button, it's going to give them quite different answers because each student's unique. Each student has indicated different goals and desired pathways. So in this way, he is getting this information contextualized to his aspirations. He can also learn more about what do students say about this particular institution, right? And so you'll notice here generating a summary so he can actually learn more from students already there. He can learn more about campus life, and importantly, he can understand the steps that he needs to take right now to improve his odds of admission. And so what our system's going to do is it's going to take into account Anthony's current test scores, his GPA, his rigor of his course load, and then based on admissions rates to this school, it's going to be able to give him tangible feedback on the things that he can do right now to increase his odds of getting into that particular institution. Okay, so Anthony can do this with literally every college and post-secondary institution across the country right in our system. And then let's say from there, he's interested in knowing how in the world is he going to pay for his post-secondary pathway. Now, there's a couple different ways that he can do this. He can come right here where he can browse scholarships. Now, let's say he wants to learn more about Kent State specific scholarships. Okay, he can do that. And you'll notice simply by typing in Kent State, what our system's going to do is actually surface dozens of scholarships that could be a unique fit for him, either because they're directly related to this institution or because his profile or his demographics or other things that he may qualify for are going to be surfaced here. The Backrs platform has over $300 million of scholarships connected to our system. And importantly, these are not sweepstakes scholarships. These are all totally legit, credible. They have been vetted and validated by our team. Now, the other way that he can do this is he can actually come down here to one of these other hinge moments, and he can actually explore how to lower the cost of college. Now, this can work for both high school students as well as students currently in college. For the time's sake, I'm going to jump ahead here and show you what the output of this looks like. So you'll notice he answered a bunch of questions about his financial need, when he's going to be starting school, his fields of interest, what his financial situation is. And then down here, again, it is going to provide personalized recommendations for scholarships, not only that are available to him, but importantly, ones that he has a high chance of securing. Again, either based on his academic profile or his particular demographics, or where he's located, or because of some of the things that he's accomplished. And you'll notice here that these are being listed as well as a description. Again, he can, right from our platform, also get access to a wide range of other resources and content that he can use to maximize his chances of securing these scholarships. Okay, so it's one use case, taking a high school student from thinking about, oh, I should probably create a college shortlist, to creating one, then exploring those universities, and then starting to wrap their brain around how can I pay for this post-secondary path.